सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हर्यातीतरसीवर धगवारिसगुगयिल् அறிவாயிரமி பரமாத்துமன் அருணாச்சலரமணன் பரிவால் உளம் உருகானல பரனார்ந்திடு குகையார்ந்து அறிவாம் விழித்திரவாய் நிசம் அறிவாய் அது வெளியாம் அண்ணாமலையாய் அடியேனை ஆண்ட அன்றே ஆவியுடல் கொண்டாய் எனக்கோர் குறையுண்டோ குறையும் குணமும் நீ அல்லாய் என்னேன் இவற்றை என்னுயிரே எண்ணம் எதுவோ அது செய்வாய் கண்ணே உந்தன் கழலினையர் காதற் பெருக்கே தருவாயே கண்ணே உந்தன் கழலினையர் காதற் பெருக்கே தருவாயே. ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Please repeat after me. विविक्तदेशे च सुखासनस्थः शुचिः समग्रीव शिरः शरीरः अत्याश्रमस्तः सकलेन्द्रियाणि निरुध्य भक्त्या स्वगुरुं प्रणम्य हृत्पुण्डरीकं विरजं विशुद्धं विचिन्त्य मध्ये विशदं विशोकम् अचिन्त्यमव्यक्तमनन्तरूपम् शिवं प्रशान्तम् अमृतं ब्रह्मयोनिम् तथादिमध्यान्तविहीनमेकम् विभुं चिदानन्दम् अरूपमद्भुतम् उमासहायं परमेश्वरं प्रभुम् त्रिलोचनं नीलकण्ठं प्रशान्तम् ध्यात्वा मुनिर्गच्छति भूतयोनिम् समस्तसाक्षिं tamasah parastat.
Sahastasakshim tamasah parastat.
Sabrahma
Sabrahma
Sashivaha
Sashivaha
Sendraha Soksharaha Paramaswarat Sayeva Vishnuhu Sapranaha Sakalognihi Sachandrama. What we have seen yesterday, the first mantra, that is the fifth one, is very important because it gives a lot of insights into how we should prepare ourselves before sitting in the seat of meditation. See, the first line gives very gross preparation, like we have to choose a very secluded place which is pure, and then we have to sit in a comfortable posture, and then we have to keep our body, the neck and the head straight, all these things. But the second line is very important. Atyashramastaha, with the attitude of total renunciation, meaning not identifying with anything. Atyashramastaha. At the seat of meditation, I am not a father or mother, or I am not an officer, or I am not anything for that matter. I am not a Brahmana, Kshatriya. I don't belong to any community. I don't even belong to Hindu religion. Atyashramastaha, meaning not identifying with anything whatsoever. That is very important.
I am not a meditative.
Yeah, I am not a meditator. That's right. So, that is very important. Atyashramastaha. Sakala indriyani niruddhya. This is very important. We have to withdraw all the senses from the sense fields. Meaning, we should not depend on any external crutches for meditation. That is all not good actually. So we have to withdraw all the senses. And then bhaktya swagurum pranamya. This is very important. We have to offer ourselves unto the feet of the Lord, feet of the teacher, saying, "O teacher, O Lord, I don't know anything really speaking. I am just your child, trying to walk this path. I don't know what is the goal, I don't know how to go about. You are my Atma, the self. You are within, so you have to guide me." Like a father holding on to the fingers or the hands of the child, you have to hold on and you should guide me. With this attitude of surrender, we have to offer ourselves. And that goes a long way. Then there is no doubt whether we are walking in the right path or not. Then there is no fear whether we will rise or we will fall. As I told you yesterday, there is no fall. Because when you fall outside, you fall. When you fall inside, you rise. Nahi kalyana kaschit durgadim tata gacchati. So one who is striving for the higher will never fall. Will never attain to the lower states. That's what Krishna has assured in the Gita chapter 6. So therefore, with confidence, with faith in the Guru, we sit. And in our own hearts, we contemplate on that, which is virajam vishuddham, which is taintless, which is pure. And not only that, which is very clear, because it is the self. It is very clear. And vishokam, beyond grief. And then in the next two verses, Brahmaji gave two mantras to contemplate upon. One is Nirguna Nirakara and the second one is Saguna Sakara. First one is for the advanced seekers, those who can keep their mind in that abstract, meaning in that Nirguna Nirakara. But for those who cannot, those whose minds are very fickle, for them a form is given, the Lord's form, Shiva along with Uma. is given. And he is described as Trilochanam, Neelakantam, Prashantam. So, if a meditator, if he meditates on this form, he goes to the source of all beings. That's what we saw yesterday. Dhyatva munit gachati bhuta yoni, and is samasta sakshim, which is witness of all. Tamasap parastat. It's beyond ignorance. And then from there, when you see, from the source of all beings means what? From that source, when you see, everything is the one only, playing as the many. So, Brahmaji or Vishnu or Shiva or Indra or whatever, the Agni, the Kala, everything, he alone is expressing as all. So this is the vision. So till here we saw yesterday. Now moving on. Sayeva sarvam yat bhutam
Sayeva sarvam yad bhutam
yacha bhavyam sanatanam
yacha bhavyam sanatanam
Jnatva tam mrityumatyeti
Jnatva tam mrityumatyeti
Nanya pantha vimuktaye
Nanya pantha vimuktaye
Sayeva sarvam yat bhutam
Sayeva sarvam yad bhutam
Yacha bhavyam sanathanam
yacha bhavyam sanatanam
Jnatva tam mrityumatyeti
Jnatva tam mrityumatyeti
Nanya pantha vimuktaye
Nanya pantha vimuktaye
Sayeva sarvam yat bhutam. Yat bhutam means whatever was in the past, everything he alone. Yacha bhavyam, whatever is going to come in the future, bhavyam means in the future, everything is he alone. Why? There is nothing other than him. Sanatanam, he is eternal. Here Gurudev gives a beautiful example. I tell you, Gurudev is brilliant. Through this example, he explains everything. Like, when we dream, we see a fantastic world, and we are also there, experiencing. He says, when you wake up, what happens? Everything is gone. Then you realize, all this is nothing but my mind only. Is it not so? Similarly, when you realize to the higher, to the real self, you realize all this is nothing but the consciousness only. So, everybody is conscious. So, that true self is one of Satchidanandam, pure consciousness. So, therefore, whatever is perceived through anybody in the past, in the future, everything is nothing but consciousness only. There cannot be anything other than the consciousness. Therefore, here the Brahmaji emphatically he states, whatever was in the past. First he said, the Brahma, the Vishnu, the Shiva, the Indra, the Kala, the Agni, everything is he alone. He means the self alone. And now he says, whatever was in the past, whatever is going to come in the future, everything is one only, the self only. See, in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita also, Bhagavan Shri Krishna shows his Vishwarupa. And then he says, you see all the fantastic things here. And then at the end he says, whatever you desire to see also you can see here. Meaning what? There is nothing other than him. So therefore, without he, there is nothing. So therefore, whatever was, whatever would be, whatever is, everything is he alone. He means it is the self alone, our true self alone. Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam, tasya bhasa sarvamitam vibhati. He shines, therefore everything shines. So therefore, the objects have got no existence of their own. He shines, therefore everything shines. We all feel or believe that there is a world, therefore we see. But Bhagavan says, we see, therefore there is a world. How wonderful it is. So therefore, everything, whatever was, whatever is, whatever would be, in the past, in the present, and the future, there is nothing apart from him, other than him. He alone is expressing as everything. In fact, in his real sthiti, there is nothing apart from, other than him. Even you cannot talk about everything also. Jnatva tam mrityumatyeti. So having known him, mrityumatyeti, he crosses the samsara of change. Mrityu means change, or death, birth, rebirth, all those stuff. Having known him, realizing him, aparoksha anubhuti is very important, not intellectual appreciation. Aparoksha anubhuti means realizing him in the heart. One crosses this transmigration, this bhavasagar, coming and going. Mrityum atyeti. Atyeti means he crosses. Na anya pantha vimuktaye. There is no other path. Na anya pantha. There is no other path. Vimuktaye, for liberation. See, Rishi Brahmaji, he says, there is no other path. Wherever you go, you have to come back to this state of realization that the self alone is, or Bhagavan alone is. See, the Jnani says self alone is, the Bhakta says Bhagavan alone is. Bhagavan is nothing but the Atma, the self. Therefore, everything is fine. And whenever we see something else, it is all imagination of the mind, or it is all out of ignorance only. Therefore, one whose vision is very complete, that there is nothing other than him in the past or in the future. He alone, and he is Purnam. That is, the self is Purnam. One who realizes thus, for him there is liberation. Meaning, unless you experience that one, that Purnam, you will never be satisfied. I am telling you. There will always be desires. And as long as you see the world other than you, always there is likes and dislikes. You are always wanting to possess and enjoy. So there is transmigration, death, once again birth, all those stuff. Only when you realize this, which is Purnam, there is no more seeking of anything. And only when you realize that there is no world to seek, absolutely there is no seeking. When there is no desire, there is no birth or death or rebirth. Till then, this samsara continues. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jadaresha. Asayirmin, Isanodayinum asayirmin. Pah! Our Mahatmas, you cannot compare them in anybody, anything. Isanodayinum asayirmin. Therefore, a perfect man gives up everything. So therefore, only having realized this, he crosses the Bhavasagara, the transmigration, coming and going. There is no other way. Very emphatically said, na anya pantha, there is no other way. Vimuktaye, for liberation. Right? Now, sarva bhutastamatmanam,
sarva bhutastamatmanam,
sarva bhutani chatmani,
sarva bhutani chatmani,
sampashyan brahma paramam,
sampashyan brahma paramam,
yati nanyena hetuna,
yati nanyena hetuna,
sarva bhutastamatmanam,
सर्वभूतस्थमात्मानं
सर्वभूतानि चात्मनि
सर्वभूतानि चात्मनि
सम्पश्यन् ब्रह्म परमम्
सम्पश्यन् ब्रह्म परमम्
याति नान्येन हेतुना
याति नान्येन हेतुना
सर्वभूतस्थम आत्मान, one who sees the self in all beings. How whatever may be the being, whether he is a Brahmana or a Chandala, or it's an animal or a bird, the living being, all the beings are conscious of. Is that not so? So therefore, that consciousness principle is Paramatma. So therefore, he alone is present in all beings. Like Sutre Manigana iva, Krishna says, like the string which is passing through all the beads. In a mala, the string which is passing through all the beads, the same Paramatma is there through everybody, through all beings. Kshetragyam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Kshetra kshetrajnyo jnanam yattat jnanam matam mama. So I am the kshetrajna in all the kshetra, Lord declares in 13th chapter. So therefore, he is present in all living beings. That is why in Bhagavatam also Krishna says, you should be able to see this, appreciate this, and you should be able to respect, not hate, and serve, and even prostrate, seeing me in all beings. And not only that, Sarvabhutani cha Atmani, meaning what? Everything is contained or inclusive in this Atma, meaning Atma is a substratum of everything. Sampashyan, this is a total vision. This is how one should be able to apprehend, comprehend. Then his vision is total. See, when you meditate and when you go deep within and when you realize, the Atma, the self, and when you come back and when you are not able to see the same self everywhere, then there is something wrong in that experience. Meaning what? Once when you reach the source of all beings, when you come out of that samadhi sthiti or whatever, you should be able to comprehend the same everywhere. And in fact, nothing other than this. Means everything is included in this. In Bhagavatam also, see once again talking about Bhagavatam because I have been taking Bhagavatam recently. In the 12th skandam, is Markandeya Muni. He asked Bhagavan, Bhagavan, I want to see your Maya. Chumma irukka vendudane. I want to see your Maya. They say it's so fantastic. I want to see your Maya. Bhagavan said, okay. Naranarayana. Narayana said, okay, and he disappeared. And then he experienced that pralayam, dissolution, means what? Total dissolution. And it was raining, pouring, and the ocean were sort of rising and everything was drowned, submerged in water. And he was going through hell. There he finds in a place a beautiful form of Krishna, Bala Krishna, Vadabhadra Sai, so beautiful. அந்த ஆளிலைன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா, அதில் Lord Krishna, small baby Krishna, அவர் வந்து கட்ட விரல வாயில சூப்பிட்டு there. So fascinating. So much of pralayam outside, in the midst of the pralayam, this beautiful form of the baby Krishna. When he approached, suddenly he was taken inside. ஒரு மூச்சு உள்ள எடுக்கிறார் பகவான், he goes inside. And there he finds everything as before. the whole world, the whole universe, including his ashram, including himself there. He was wonderstruck. After a few seconds, once again he was thrown out. Then he sees pralayam, like before. He could not imagine what it is. Meaning, in Bhagavan, everything is contained. Everything is his maya. Sarvabhutani cha atmani. Everything is contained. See, all these things are stories, but it has got a very deep philosophical significance. Like dream and waking state. We are going to study about all those things in detail. So, everything is contained in him. Meaning, mayeva sakalam jhatam, mayi sarvam pratishtitam, mayi sarvam layam yati. That non-dual self I am. So therefore, what is the real vision? Sampashyan. How we have to see, how we have to experience the Brahma, the Paramam, the Supreme, how we have to experience? We experience that the same Tattvam or the same self is there in all beings. And all beings are included or contained in this Atma, the self. In fact, other than this Atma, the self, there is nothing. This is the ultimate vision. Sampashyan Brahma Paramam Yati. Paramam Yati. He attains that supreme. Na anyena hetuna. Not through any other means. Once again here. Na anyena hetuna. Hetu means. Not through any other means. Na anyena hetuna. Only when you see the one self in all beings and all beings in oneself, then the vision is complete. Sampashyan. The vision is complete about the truth, ultimate, absolute truth, Brahman and Paramam Yati. Thus, that Muni, he attains to that supreme. Na anyena hetuna. Meaning what? You see only God in a vigraha. And then you worship him. And what are all the other things? God has created everything for my bhoga. So, everything is created for my bhoga. See, I am very important in this world. Everything is created for my bhoga. What a concept, what an idea. He says that is not true. That is a very faulty vision. Or, God is God, but other things are all jiva, just something else, we don't know what it is. Nobody can attain him or become one with him. No, you can always be his servant. He is the ultimate. These visions, though they are in different stages of evolution, is not the ultimate. The ultimate, sampashyan, the ultimate vision is what? Everything is one. Apart from the one, there is nothing else. So therefore, Kaivalyopanishad is very straight, very direct. He is not mincing his words. So this Veda Drishti is Ajnana. Monamam tan Swarupa Mudarivu Teralintri. Unamana Karpanai Suttoravanna Kevalame. Bhagavan says in his Ramana Purana. See, Ramana Puranam actually was started by Muruganar only. He started writing. After 150 verses, 150 lines, he stopped. And then he was confused whether to name it as Ramana Puranam or Shiva Puranam. He went to Bhagavan and he submitted it. Bhagavan was sitting quiet. Next day when Muruganar came, there were another 200 lines. And Bhagavan has named it Ramana Purana, Sri Ramana Purana. Bhagavan himself has named it. There, the later portion has got beautiful things. Not about Ramana, the individual self. It all talks about Paramatma only. There, Bhagavan writes, Monamam tan Swarupa Mudarivu Teralandri Unamana Karpanai Suttu Oravanna Kevalame. Unamana Karpanai Suttu. Suttu means what? இது அதுன்னு சுட்டி காட்டு. ஊன மனம்னு சொல்றார். மனமே ஊனம். ஊனம்னா இட்ஸ் ஹேண்டிகேப், இட்ஸ் லிமிட்டட். The mind is limited. It can never point out to the truth as this or that. சுட்டு ஓர ஒன்னா கேவலமே. கேவலம்னா யோசி ரொம்ப கேவலம் இல்லை. That is the one and only one. ஓர ஒன்னா கேவலமே. So therefore, மோனமா மூதறிவு தேரல் என்று. Only through silence that can be apprehended or experienced. Not by the mind, by pointing as this or that. Unamana karpanai suttoravanna kevalame. And I was reading the Ramana Puranam, when these two sentences came, I just said, what a wonderful thing. See, like that you get gems here and there. So therefore, this Veda Buddhi, all those things are Unamana karpanai only. All the suttarivu. Suttarivu na enna artham? Namakku edirpattu thonradhu ellame poi. As an object, whatever is appearing in our front, all is false. That is suttarivu. Suttarivu. Ellame poi. Appo ella unmai. Self alone is truth. From there the vision is everything is self alone. There is nothing other than the self. How? Stop howling. Why like this? Stop wailing. Just abide there and find out for yourself. Because through intellect, achintyam avyaktam laya. Through intellect you cannot comprehend it. Avyaktam means through senses you cannot grasp it. So therefore we have to go beyond. Drop everything, then know the self. Na anyena hetuna. There is no other go. So this is the vision. But suppose, Swamiji, we are unable to comprehend this Paramatma. What to be done? Please give us some upasana or some sort of jnana sadhana through which we can realize this. So the jnana sadhana is given. For the next 4-5 verses, it's all pure jnana sadhana. What to be done? Appa, something to be done is there. I am very happy. Bhagavan. Atmanamaranim krutva Pranavam chottaranim Jnana nirmatanabhyasat Pasham dahati panditaha Atmanamaranim krutva Pranavam chottaranim Jnana nirmatanabhyasat Pasham dahati panditaha. See, those days, during Vedic time, or even 100 years before, let us say, whenever they want to perform Yaga Yajna, they were not using matchbox. No. They were using a different process to create fire. That is called as churning of fire. See, they were using 2 wooden pieces. One below and one above. Sort of like coconut shell, let us say, 2 wooden pieces. And in between they were having a wooden sort of a stick or whatever to connect these two, and they press it very tight, and then with a rope, like tai kadera madri, they were churning that. So when the wooden piece down below and up above, it is called as arani. Aranim it is called as. When these 2 pieces were churned, then because of the friction, the spark comes out. Then they put a cotton piece, and then that fire is tended, and then it is offered in that Yahagunda. So that is how they create the Agni. So the same sort of idea is sort of used here for jnana nirmatana abhyasat. Jnana nirmatanam. How it is done? Atmanam aranim krutva. Here, the lower wooden piece, the arani, is atmanam. Here, atmanam means the lower self or the ego personality, as the wooden piece which is down below. Pranavam cha uttara aranim, and pranavam, the om, the sound symbol, as the uttara aranim, meaning the wooden piece on the top. Now, through contemplation, jnana nirmatana abhyasat. Mathanam means what? Churning. Jnana nirmatanam. Churning through knowledge. Abhyasat means by that practice. What happens? A spark, jnana agni, is created. With that, pasham dahati panditaha. Pasham means what? The bondage. Pasha kairu solran illaya. Pasham means bondage. All the bondages, dahati panditaha, is burned. How beautiful. So here, Brahmaji talks about jnana nirmatana abhyasam. What is jnana nirmatana abhyasam? Churning of the knowledge. In this churning, the lower wooden piece is one's own self, meaning the individual self or the ego personality. Meaning, we have to contemplate, na? The contemplator. So that is the lower aranim. And what is contemplated upon? That is pranavam, om, or the higher self or Brahman. That is the uttara aranim, the wooden piece just above. And this process of contemplation is a churning. And then there comes a spark, jnana agni. Jnana agni. With that jnana agni, everything is burnt. Meaning the vasanas are burnt, the ajnanam is burnt. Ajnanam is not a solid thing to be burnt. Means ajnanam is removed. And then this panditaha, this wise one, is liberated. Swami and the class Swami. You don't get head or tail out of it. Meaning what? We understand that we are the contemplator. The lower self or the ego personality is a contemplator. So if you compare it to the lower wooden piece or the aranim, you can understand. And you say the pranavam or the om, that is Brahman, is the uttara aranim, the wooden piece on the top, that we can understand. And what is this jnana nirmatana abhyasat? How to go about the churning? How to go about this churning? What to be done? Well, you are not told that. Just to say jnana nirmatana abhyasat, meaning when you contemplate on om as a contemplator or as the individual self, when you contemplate on om, the pranava, again and again, continuously, jnana nirmatana abhyasa, then comes the jnanagni with which everything is burnt. So how to contemplate on pranavam? How to contemplate on om? This is a subject matter of Mandukya Karika. Mandukya Upanishad, sorry. Mandukya Karika also. Mandukya Upanishad has got only 12 mantras and it talks only about pranava and pranava upasana. What is pranavam? Pranavam is om, is a very sacred sound symbol. In fact, it is nothing but combination of 3 sound symbols, a, u, ma. A, u, ma. And this sound symbol is all inclusive. It includes everything. How, Swamiji? See, I will tell you how. See, this world is nothing but names and forms. Do you agree with that? Nama Rupa Jagat. The forms have no meaning without names. Means we distinguish one form from the other by giving names. Is that not so? If you don't utter any name, all the way the buddhi goes. That is why what is Mauna means what? Don't call names to the world. We every day call names. That is why we are suffering. You are getting my point? When you don't call names, don't chatter within also, then all the Vedam becomes just nothing. So the forms are meaningful and it is distinguished from each other only through names. Name means what? It is sound. Sound means what? The primary or the first sound or the Sanskritam if you take or any language, the vowels. The first one is A. And in Sanskrit language if you take or in other languages also, that is how it ends. And then U is a modification of all the sound. So A is the beginning, is the end, and U is all the other modifications. So everything is included in this Om. Once again I will repeat. World is nothing but Nama Rupa, name and form. Forms have no meaning without names. And name means it's nothing but sound. And all the sound symbol can be compressed into this Avuma. This is a very scientific sort of an observation. That is fundamental for all language. A, B, C தான் ஆரம்பிக்கிறோம். ஆனா ஆவண்ணம் தான் ஆரம்பிக்கிறோம். உயிரெழுத்துல ரொம்ப ரொம்ப முக்கியமானது A. And Ma or concludes like that. In Sanskrit language, if you see Pappa Bhabbama, it is over there. And other things are only supplementary. Yara, Dava, Sha, 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 Ha, all those stuff. But Mayeluthu concludes with Ma, or we Mayeluthu, whatever. And then U is only modification, they say. So with these three symbols, every sound is included in that. Therefore, every form is included in that. Therefore, the whole world is included in that. Therefore, that represents the Supreme Brahman. Because in Brahman, everything else is included. So when you chant Om, this sound Uma represents the world of names and forms. And there is a silence that represents the Turiya or the self or the truth. So that silence is very vibrant and that is the thing. Because chanting two Oms, always there is a silence in between. Amatra Om it is called. This is Matra Om. That is Amatra means without any sound. So in our Shastra, when you take this Pranava, Om, A represents the waking state. When you see within, this Jiva goes through three states of consciousness. So this A represents the waking, U represents the dream, and Ma represents the deep sleep state. And then the silence, the Amatra, represents the Turiya. So, here, Jnana Nirmatana Abhyasa means what? This individual self is going to contemplate on Pranava Om through Jnana Abhyasa means what? to dwell deeply into the deeper import of this Om Pranava, which is nothing but Avuma, and which represents the waking, the dream, the deep sleep. Imagine our rishis were so precise, so accurate. All the jivas go through only these three states of consciousness. Whoever he may be, Australian, American, black, white, whatever he may be. So we are going to now analyze and understand what is this waking state, which I am going through now, I suppose. And what is a dream state? And what is a deep sleep state? Is there anything beyond? So this is Jnana Nirmatana. Avastha Traya Vivekam it is called. And you know what? Bhagavan's whole philosophy is always based on this Avastha Traya Vivekam only. That is why this Kaivalyopanishad is so dear to me. It's very, very, very close to Bhagavan's way of explaining things. Now, next 2-3 verses, we are going to threadbare, we are going to analyze and understand what are these three states we are going through. And what is that fourth state? Turiya means fourth, it means fourth. What is that fourth state? And is that the real state, true state? This is what we are going to analyze and understand. So this is Jnana Nirmatana Abhyasam. Through this Jnana Nirmatana Abhyasam, the Jnanagni is created, and that destroys all the pasham, all the false notion, false identification, and therefore one is liberated. Sayeva Maya Parimohitatma Shariramaastaya Karoti Sarvam. See, I am going to some other meter, some other tune. That is okay. Striyanna Panadi Vichitra Bhogaihi Sayeva Jagrat Paritrupti Meti. These are the influence of Bhagavatam. Sayeva Maya Parimohitatma Shariramaastaya Karoti Sarvam. Striyanna Panadi Vichitra Bhogaihi Sayeva Jagrat Paritrupti Meti. Sahaeva Maya Parimohitatma. Sahaeva means he alone. He means this jiva, me. He alone, Maya Parimohitatma. What is he? He is a deluded soul. Maya Parimohitatma, deluded by Maya. Mind is Maya at work. Gurudev always says, mind is Maya at work. So, this jiva is Maya Parimohitatma. He is a deluded soul who is deluded by Maya, which in the individual context is called as avidya, meaning he doesn't know himself. Since he doesn't know himself, he imagines so many things about himself. He is jiva. So when you can't see things as they are, you start imagining. And this imagination is dangerous.